So I'm going to introduce Ms. Jacque Allen. She knows who and whose she is. Words are her love language, so talk nice to her. Everybody was about to say
the eye of the tiger. Hi, and welcome to today's podcast episode of Jacque Talks Too Much. I'm your host, Jacque. I remember the first time someone implied that I, Jacque, talks too much. I was in the second grade, and it was my teacher. I really thought I was the teacher's pet because she always had positive things to say about me. At parent-teachers conference, she said, Jacque is a stellar student. I didn't know what it meant, but when she said it, my mom smiled, so I was like, okay, it must be good. She said, her reading is 2 grade levels above average. Her comprehension is 2 grade levels above average. She participates, she does all her work, all positive things until that first report card came out. Mr. Grass thought she was slick. On the back, in the remarks section, she wrote in cursive. I was in the second grade. I couldn't read that. I was smart, like she said, but no one had taught me how to read cursive. So I did know all those boxes that had the E's and the O's. I knew E was what? Excellent. And O was for outstanding. So when I got on the bus, I was telling all the kids, I got E's and O's. When I got home, I ran in the house to tell Mom and Dad. Mom saw all the E's and O's. She was reading it to Dad. They were smiling ear to ear until she turned it over to the back. Now, when I was on the bus, I was making up what was in the cursive writing because I didn't know how to read it. And the kids didn't know any better because they knew I was really smart, so they believed me. My mom stopped smiling for a second. The smile was turning upside down to a frown, but she was still saying nice things, and I couldn't understand. The teacher said, Jacque is such a treasure to have in class. But, now even in second grade, I know when a person speaks to you and they put a but in the sentence, everything before that but is erased. It's completely wiped away. But in my house, it's even worse than that because my mother and father get a complete dramatic case of amnesia. They forgot every gold star I had brought home. They forgot every E, every O. They forgot that I was a stellar student because Mr. Grass said, Jacque talks too much in class. Where was I supposed to talk? On the playground, where the kids are so loud nobody was going to hear me? On the bus, where they're even louder, they don't even use complete sentences? In the library, maybe? No, everybody has to be quiet. Maybe when we go to church? No, even the adults have to be quiet. School was my platform. She didn't understand. Neither did my parents. It wasn't until many years later I was in grad school because in second grade, I knew I was going to have to be a teacher because that was the only person that could go to school and talk all day and not get in trouble. So I was in grad school to get a degree, my master's in education with a focus on curriculum. And if any of you are thinking about doing that, understand you will get presentation on presentation on presentation on presentation. I was on presentation number 4, and my professor said at the end, Jacque, you really captivate the room when you take command. I was like, well, thank you. She said, but what I like even more is you can sit in the audience of your peers and strengthen their weaknesses. You should continue to use your voice to help others. I said, what? Stop the press, rewind, record this. Wherever Mr. Grass is, she needs to hear this. I need a caption copy for my parents because they need to know this too. That day, she became my mentor. She helped me open doors for public speaking, storytelling, podcasts, all of these things because she saw my potential. So the moral of this story is, many may never see your potential, but that doesn't mean you don't have it. Others will never see your potential or even acknowledge that you have it, but that doesn't mean you don't. Know who you are and walk in your greatness. Don't ever let anyone dim your light. Don't ever listen to the naysayers. I am Jacque Allen. I am the voice that will spark the mind that will change the world. I am Jacque Allen.